For breakers like Chino Lopez, it's made violence on the streets obsolete.
Yeah, there was a lot of fighting, and the kids started figuring out, we don't need this anymore. That's no good, Let's do something worthwhile. Let's dance.
And dance they did.
The street gangs of New York originated breakdancing almost 10 years ago as an alternative to destructive competition.
I'll tell you one thing, though, one quick story. When they were doing this in the streets in the Bronx, the police came because a crowd gathered. The police thought it was a gang fight. And they said, what are you doing? They didn't believe it. They took everybody to the station house and made them do it there. And the cops said, wow.
In the South Bronx, right, about, early 70s, it came out. And it was a way of the gangs in the streets controlling their energy out of violence and into dance, right?
But you still go to battle with other crews, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we rather dance against each other than to fight.
Some of the breakdancing was an art form as a substitute for a gang fight.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, break battles, yeah.
It was a dance-off.
Battle breaking, yeah, it's a real deal.
Breakdancing has come a long way. It used to be a method for rival street gangs to fight for turf, but today's B-boys and B-girls are set to fight for Olympic gold.
One night at the Post, they sent me to cover what was supposed to be a riot in Washington Heights, and it was in the subway station. And there was a subway station that had a subway cops in the station. And when I went up there were maybe 20 little boys sitting on a bench that they had arrested, all looking very sad. And the cops said to me, well, they weren't really rioting. I'd been sent to cover a riot. They were dancing. They were spinning on their heads. And so when the cops let the kids that didn't have the guns go, and when they got outside the station, the little place they had arrested them, I asked them to show me what they had been doing. And they did this little demonstration, and I got very excited and called the city desk and said, they weren't rioting, they were dancing. And they sent a reporter, and she wrote up an article. And when the Post heard when the editors, they weren't rioting, not interesting. And they threw out the story. They didn't use the story.
It was in January 1980. We got a call there was a riot in progress at a subway station. They sent my people there. They came back with about 37 youths. And in interviewing the kids, we found the word we were rocking coming up an awful lot. We wanted to find out what kind of a riot was going on. We found out in the long run that it was a dance competition, and we started some of the kids dancing at that time in the police station.
Sally had some line in that original Voice article about we're dancing instead of fighting. And of course Crazy Legs says, that's ridiculous. We danced and we fought. But we kept seeing, we always knew who was copying Sally's article because that line, as a quote, appeared again and again and again and again in variations in different articles about breakdancing. And we knew that they hadn't really gone out and found the kids and done their own research. They just, and it's like diffusion. Yeah. It's like archaeological diffusion when you find a jade bead that's out of the, where there is no jade, and you realize that there's been all this, trading, and now in this age it just goes around the world like lightning.
I just created my own moves, And in my little neighborhood, you would get beat up for copying a guy's moves. Right. That's how serious that dancing was. A guy would be like, oh, you took my move. I did that move last week. And it was crazy like that.
I don't know if it was any prizes won or nothing like that, but Duke killed them. Come on, man. If we lost, we lost. If we won, we won. I'm not afraid to say it. But it was a fight after that because they said this guy won. Duke didn't spin. Man, he just dropped down and came back up. Everybody started screaming. Yeah, I remember that. I think I pulled out. But after that,
like I told you, Zoo Nation, Zoo Kings, Zoo Nation, we were dancers and everything like that. The Zoo Kings were dancers.
Right.
But the Zoo Nation, we were kind of an offshoot of the Black Spades. So we were still really kind of a paragang. That's a good way to put it, a paragang. We still were fighting. We still, people feared us. Right. You know what I mean?
And a lot of times, people don't understand that when we battled back in those days, you had to have muscle behind.
Right, because there was always a fight, especially with the rocking, with the up rocking.
If you didn't have muscle, you will get beat down, robbed, or killed.
Vicked. Use the right word.
Pretty much.
You got vicked. Robbed us today.
You became a victim, no longer an entertainer.
Until one day, I saw this guy named Frosty Freeze, and I saw him fighting somebody at my junior high school one day. And then the next day, he came to Amsterdam Projects where I lived and started a fight with one of my friends. And everybody wanted to jump him. And for some reason, me and my brother stopped people from jumping him and said, let him have a fair fight. And then the next day, I happened to see him at an event, and everybody walks in, and I saw him breakdancing, and my life changed in an instant.
And everybody wanted to be cool. Everybody wanted to be respected. So for you to look at someone and be like, that around my way, it just wasn't like that. Now maybe it was happening, but that resulted in a fight. It's just, that's the way it was. It's like, you can't just run somebody like that. I mean, even if you challenge the dude and you beat him, dude would be mad. Or if you got beat, you would be mad too. Especially if girls are laughing at you and everybody's clowning you because you got burned. That doesn't feel good.
Jets! Hey, Jets! Rocco, Indio! Let's jump him! Come on!